Afternoon, people. This is Sam, South Carolina Happy Bees, and this here is number 1008. Was a single deep in the nursery. Had a queen. You're doing great. And then we had 01 over here, and they were over here on the right side, but they didn't have a queen. They wasn't doing a whole lot. They had some stores, and there was no way of building up the bees unless I put something in. There would be no sense in that. So I didn't. So I put them in this one, used some paper, and we're going to see how it took. We did that on the 3rd, I think. Yep, we did that on the 3rd. Okay, I had one person ask me a question in a comment. And he said he's seen the videos and he likes them and all that, and that's good. But what he asked me was about extracting the honey. Let's put it up first. Got to so y'all can see as I trip over everything. Okay. This one got 3 frames in it. We will put 2 more in it. But as far as extracting honey, I don't have the knowledge, I guess you'd say, to do all the editing and the splitting and all that, because you can't do it all at one time because the video would be 5 hours long. So I sent him a text, but then it disappeared. But or I sent him a comment, disappeared. But I extract my honey sort of kind of like the rest of the people, and there's a lot of people on the internet doing it. I just use some different stuff. I'm a old beekeeper. Now, my dad and uncle back in the 50s, what they would do, yes, I was back then in the 50s, they made a net for their head out of seemed like it was some kind of a net stuff, kind of like what we got now, only it was different. And then when they extracted it, they would take the honey out. See, like this one. Okay, this one has some honey on it, but it has a whole lot of liquid, be liquid syrup or liquid nectar or whatever else. If they're like that, I was taught it's not honey. Got a beetle here. I was taught that wasn't honey, so you don't extract it. And if you watch video hive number 450 back on the dead tree side, you'll see what we're talking about as far as the honey. But then I take the honey, I bring it to where I'm going to spin it. I use a scraper to scrape it. I don't use a hot knife. I don't use that other stuff, but I do use a scraper. I don't think it tears up. The wax is bad. Bees can clean it up and get rid of, fix it easier. And then I spin it all out. And when I get through spinning, I don't filter it through a 6,000 things feeder and strainer and heat it all up to 140, 150 degrees to get through. I use a 40 grit. I use a 20 and a 40 grit screen. That way the pollen can stay, the nectar and the pollen, a lot of it will stay in the honey. And to me, that's raw honey. When you go get your honey and you turn it upside down, or even when you open it, you don't see some wax and stuff around the top. You don't have honey. You have honey, but it's just not the kind of honey that you want to buy if you're buying it for allergies. And then I don't let it sit for 2 days. I take it right then before the pollen and everything close up to the top. I'll take it within an hour of turning it, and I'll take it, put it to jars. My jars are sterile. My tops are sterile. I use 1 pound jars, and I use pint jars. Pint jars are not a pound. A lot of people says pints a pound a year around. I mean, the world around. It's not. A pint of honey is about 1.5 pounds, or 1.25 pounds anyway. Easy. And I sell it by the pound. A quart is between 2 and 3/4 pounds. Can you imagine me trying to extract honey and having to keep doing this, cutting it? I mean, every time I go around it, I'd have to cut the thing off. And I don't have time for that or want to do that. Okay, this is the bees. They got paper. They got this cut out. Got a hole here. This is cut. This is cut, and this is cut. So we're going to see what they got underneath. Appears that they all went together pretty good. This is a queen excluder. This is what I use queen excluders for. Basically separating the hives. Separating the queens. But I don't use honey excluders for what they say there should be so used for. If the queen wants to get up there and lay eggs in my honey super, bless her heart. Now you people that uses 1 deep box and then a bunch of medium boxes like this honey box is 6 1/4. Your queen, if you don't block her, she's going to lay up into the first box, the second box, and half of the third box. I might need to go get my smoker for this, and I don't want to do that. They don't look all that crowded. So as that the smoker's not lit. Okay, they're not very bunched up there. This one has some brood on it. Yes, bees can sting through blue jeans if they're tight. And I might need to go get my smoker anyway. This one here has brood, some nectar, no bugs. See, I'm right in front of them right now, people. I mean, the bees, this is one that's 8 inches from the entrance, and they're coming home from grocery. Let me see if I can do this the other way. Okay, we're going to try it this way. Okay, I'm back. Got the smoker. Yes, got the smoker. I usually I usually use long needle pine straw in my smoker, but we've had some rain here in the afternoons and all day yesterday, plus about, and it's all wet. Now this one here has some brood, some larvae, could have some eggs, got nectar. On your right hand side is the brood and the eggs. Brood and the eggs. And on your left hand side is the honey and stuff. I hope y'all can see that. Get rid of that paper. Over here playing with the pollen, Patty. This in here has brood and larvae, and I'm sure there's some eggs in there. There's the yellow queen right here. So she's doing good, so we're going to stick her right on back in there. I don't know. There we go. That's the way. This one here's the one that was turned around last time. But anyway, that's the reason I don't show video on extracting honey. This one has eggs, larvae, brood. Over to your right, there's an area they can build on. And the same thing on there. Let's see what we had over here. That one had some nectar and some honey. That one's nectar and honey. We're going to leave it like it is, I guess. And I'll just put, wait a minute, I can do this. I got to put 2 more frames in here. So, we can take this, put it there. We can take this one. It has some eggs and brood and larvae on it. And put here. And me putting the paper on these two to combine them, there is a video out there on that. How I combine or combining 2 nucs with paper. This one here has brood and honey and larvae. So we're going to put it right there. I need I'm going to leave 4 in the top. Nah, yeah, maybe. And I need 3 for the bottom. Okay, these are the 3 that I have left today that came out of the freezer. It has a little pollen on it. No bugs. Come out of the freezer. They were in the freezer. Oh. Yep, that smoke is good. They were in this, I know they were in there for at least a week. We're going to push these over here. We're going to separate these 2. And we're going to put this one. It's just got a little duty bob on it that they're building. Yeah, we got one over here on the side. We got it. I know y'all don't like ink, but ain't we? Smoke it again, girls. There we go. And that's them. They have some pollen still in here. We're going to take this one. It has, this is where it dropped off when it got hot or shooken or something. But it has some brood in, not brood, larvae in there, and it has some frames in there that they can work on. And we're going to drop it right here. And we're not going to use no paper now when we set them back together because they're already friends. Y'all remember, I probably sprayed them down with sugar water. I'll go this way this time. Right, that was easy. Oh, wait a minute, we'll take this one out. Y'all knew that, didn't you? Take this one, stick it up here. Maybe the queen will come up. We have some goldenrod starting to come out. They're a little budding, ain't got no yellow flowers yet. But that's the beginning of honey flow. Put their feeder back up here. Put some pollen patty up here. I didn't see a whole lot of pollen in there, people. That's that. We'll check them in a couple of weeks and see how they're doing again. Go off. Off, 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 off. The baby sees the screen down here. Okay. Off. 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 Good girl. And that's that. Y'all go ahead and give us a comment, thumbs up, subscribe, share. Be happy this week, y'all. Be careful. Talk to you later. Bye.